Well, hello again, and thanks for joining me here at Seals and Sea Lion Show. We just met our harbor seal, Nemo, but I want to introduce Buzz. Buzz is our California sea lion. He's the big guy swimming around there, and he's about 8 years old. He was brought to the zoo after he was injured in the wild so that we could care for him. Here at Cleveland METOPARKS Zoo and the 5 Ohio wildlife parks, we believe we have a responsibility to protect wildlife like Buzz, along with his ocean home, for future generations. Well, actually, the Ohio Department of Agriculture, they agree, and they're making it possible for all Ohioans to work together to help Buzz and his wild relatives through the Ohio Proud program. Now, the Ohio Proud program improves access to locally grown and produced foods and products in our community as a way to protect our wildlife in wild places.
So that's really neat, but what I don't get is what does Ohio Proud have to do with the seals and sea lions?
Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that, and I can see how you might think that those two things aren't related. But I have a question for you. So how do you think that your food that you buy in your grocery store gets there?
Well, it's trucked there because I see trucks all the time when I'm not on the highway, right?
Absolutely, that's a great answer, and it's really important to understand that the actions here in Ohio actually are impacting our oceans and animals that live there, like our seals and sea lions. So those food items that you're buying at the grocery store are typically trucked across the U.S. to our stores in our community. That uses lots of gasoline and fossil fuels, which releases rampant amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, way more than you and I or animals like Buzz and Nemo would breathe out on a daily basis. So this excess carbon dioxide builds up in the atmosphere and it forms this layer around the Earth like a heat trapping blanket. That warms our atmosphere and our oceans where these seals and sea lions live. When the oceans get too warm, then that changes the currents.
Okay.
So the colder water that supports the food that these guys eat, the krill and the fish, isn't brought to the surface where those sea lions are swimming around. So that food stays at the bottom of the ocean, which, as you can imagine, that's bad for seals and sea lions.
Okay, I think I got it. So if we support Ohio Proud, then that means that our food is coming locally. And by it being moved locally, we're using fewer fossil fuels and emitting less carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and into the ocean.
Absolutely.
So by working with Ohio Proud or buying from Ohio Proud, we can do our part to help animals like the seals and sea lions in the ocean, like Buzz and Nemo.
Absolutely, that's exactly right.
Cool.
So I would encourage you and to encourage your family and friends and neighbors and community to support our Ohio Proud program to help protect wildlife for future generations.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure.